Road.
Money Road. There's got a lot of big
Very
blues
cool.
singers, blues people going to be there. The radio station's going to from there's going to be putting it on, and we're doing that. Also, September the 10th. I wanted to announce everybody. You have to get the tickets online. I don't know if they've announced it, but September the 10th at
Yeah, that's right. Go ahead.
Main Street Crossing. I'm going to be there with my band, and we're going to be doing the 3-piece thing. So I think the tickets are anywhere from $10 to $15 according to where you want to sit, but we need you guys to come out. Main Street Crossing has great food, great atmosphere. It's a listing room, and a ton of famous people have actually played there. And so I'm looking forward to it, and we want you to get your tickets and be there.
Get them now.
Yeah, you need to get them. You need to go
now.
online and get them. I have a link that I shared today. If you see me on Facebook, you can go on there and click that link and it'll go. And you can actually look up on the calendar who's playing. And on that date, click my picture and then go in and get your tickets. And that includes you, Rick, and your lovely wife. You have to go get your tickets because if we don't sell enough tickets, there won't be a show. So we want there to be a show.
Yes, we do.
Because I'm planning on playing electric guitar because that's what I usually play. I usually come in here and bang on the acoustic, but we're gonna rock and roll that night, so it's gonna be fun.
Very cool.
And you can bring your kids. I found out.
Okay, family friendly.
Yeah, it's family friendly. You can bring your kids. They've got good food there. It's a good listing room, and I'm excited about playing it actually over there. And I've got Keith Franklin on bass, and I've got Rajiv Grover, also the drummer for the Broken Spokes. He's also the drummer for Johnny Falstaff, I believe, Mr. Johnny Falstaff, when he comes to town from Germany. And he's a great drummer, a great friend of mine. One of my drummers that I use is named Tim Quails, and Tim is endorsed by Sabian. And Tim has got a very impressive resume. He's played with major stars, been on the road, and but he just had shoulder surgery. So we give a shout out to him. Peace, love, and prayers for you, my brother. He is recovering right now, going through therapy. So hopefully by September, he will be able to do some things. We're supposed to have our first Jimmy Mays rehearsal September the 3rd, I believe it is. And we're meeting at Jimmy's residence to do this.
Oh, man.
So Jimmy's going to welcome us into his home. And
what a jam session. I want to be flying on the wall with that one.
Dude, that's going to be really, really neat because we got a great bass player, great drummer, people coming in and to do that. They want to take some pictures. Also, I believe in October the 5th and 6th during the King Biscuit Blues Festival, Jimmy's manager's booking us somewhere around there, but on the 7th, they're going to honor Jimmy Mays at the B.B. King Museum. They're going to have a display with Jimmy up there by Jimi Hendrix's deal. So, and of course, there's no money involved in that one. You get to play, we get to play that one for free, but I said, it's BB's place. I'll play it for free.
Okay.
And so we're going to be there and we're going to play on a Sunday at 2:00. When they put this, and there's during this time, the King Biscuit Festival over in Helen, Arkansas, it's like right around there. It's like thousands of people should be in the area. So if you're in Indianola, Mississippi, come by on Sunday. I believe it is October the 7th. I believe it is. I think that's right. I'm sitting here. Let me look at my deal. Hello, people on Facebook, man.
There you go. Well, Sunday is the 7th.
It is the 7th. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is on the Sunday, and I think it's 2:00. We'll play for an hour. And you should come out. You'll get to meet a legend and get to see what he does. And I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about the one and only, the amazing Jimmy Mays. So I told him, I said, hey, man, they're supposed to be downloading your stuff. I think they've got a lot of radio stations playing him. And things. And so we've been looking around for different booking agencies and different things because managers can't do everything. No. You know, managers like manage, and then they have like a booking agency that books, and then they got, they deal with talent buyers. And I'm kind of learning after all these years, I'm learning some of this stuff.
Right. Well, even with acting, coaches and agents, you still need to go out and search for your own auditions. You still need to do, the footwork and the agents will get you, might be able to get you in the door, but you still have to go out and do your thing. So right. So I'm doing that. Been writing some songs. Been really practicing the guitar. Other than that, everything has just been peachy keen.
with the music business.
Cool.
So far.
Cool.
It's been really, really good with the music business. So I've been listening to a lot of country lately.
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason I haven't been listening to like the new stuff. I went back and looked up some Keith Whitley. And I don't know if any of you guys out there are familiar with Keith Whitley, but if you ever listen to some of the songs, not just some of the popular ones, but some of the songs that he did, because he actually sang and played with Ralph Stanley, he was a lead singer with Ralph Stanley, and him actually was Keith Whitley and Ricky Skaggs.
Okay.
Had bluegrass albums together.
All right.
And Ricky and Keith sounded like Carter Stanley and all
Right.
these other people.
Right.
When Ralph heard him, so he put Keith to work for him. Later on, Keith became a star in the 90s, and everybody knows he passed away and everything. But some of the songs he sang, Long Black Limousine, different ones like that, it's some of the saddest. They were talking about, well, blues is only a certain type of people. I'm like,
Right.
no. Blues stretches all over the world, man. I mean, the Irish sing some of the saddest songs in the world. I call it
Yeah.
Irish blues. Just
Yeah.
because it doesn't sound like B.B. King or the Delta blues doesn't mean it's not blues. Even what they're calling country. Even if you listen to Hank Williams Sr., some of the stuff that I'm going down to the river
Mm-hmm.
and watch the fish swim by, but when I got to the river, the doggone river was dry. You know, all this kind of stuff is that, yeah, that's blues lyrics. So
Yeah. I mean,
anything about life, pain, sadness, sorrow.
well, any type of rock and roll, you have blues. I mean, it's just that's.
I don't think we'd have rock and roll. Like Zeppelin, I love Zeppelin,
Yeah.
but I looked up some of their heroes, and some of their heroes were like Pine Top Perkins and
Mhm.
Mississippi
Muddy
John Hurt, Muddy Waters, all these different ones. Howlin' Wolf. The Rolling Stones loved Howlin' Wolf.
Mhm.
And a lot of these young kids didn't know who they were until the Stones, and they said, "Oh, really?" But they were like the fathers. I mean, look at I think it was Big Joe Turner in Kansas City, and that bop and that
Okay.
all that kind of stuff that come out of there. If you listen to him, you can hear that swing and that dun, 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 all that kind of stuff. And there wouldn't be any rock and roll if it wasn't for the blues.
Speaking of some music, why don't I play one of your songs, and you get your guitar, and we'll go from there. Would that be all right?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Cool. I'm gonna play John the Revelator.
That's one of my favorites, actually.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to do. Holy shit. Oh, I need to tell you. I'm gonna get a good level on it so it don't. It's a really cool song. Come on in. So that's my cousin playing bass.
Is that right? Oh,
That's actually me doing the background vocals. They come in and tripled it. I'll come in and sing 3 different parts.
I love the guitar in that, man.
Man, Evan Leake is one of the greatest guitar players I've ever had the pleasure of working with. Evan played that, and I don't know what effect he used, but when you play straight, it would come out and it sounds like it's actually playing backwards. And he give it that through that and a wah-wah pedal, and it would come out backwards, the music. It was just, it gives us this backmasking quality of, it was really, really cool and kind of psychedelic.
Right.
I guess.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I don't know, man. Evan Leake, I don't even know if he watches the show, but Evan, if you're listening, I think I'm one of your biggest fans, brother. That guy, if you watch him, slide guitar too, man, he's really, really great. I call him an old hippie,
Okay.
you know, but he's a great old hippie. He can really, really jam.
Cool. So what's in your repertoire today for us?
Well, what do you want to hear, Rick? I'm sitting here thinking about it. I mean, you can't ever tell with me. I may play bluegrass or country or outlaw country or blues or rock and roll or.
Okay, play Led Zeppelin. Can I just did something for you. I just threw it out there.
We got a good level.
We're ready.
If it keeps on raining, the love is gone, babe. If it keeps on raining, the love is gone, babe. When the levee breaks, I won't have no place to stay. Sit on the living cried all night long. Sit on the living cried, Lord, all night long. There is a levee bridge that break up my happy home. If the levee break up my happy home. If it keeps on raining, the love is gone, babe. If it keeps on raining, the love is gone, babe. If the levee breaks, I won't have no place to stay. Lord, have mercy now. That was a small version.
That was, and actually they didn't write that. That was a mini.
Memphis Minnie wrote
Memphis
that.
Minnie.
Yes,
Right.
Memphis Minnie wrote that one, man.
Back in 30. Man, so
You know,
cool.
there's a big levee built down there because what would happen in Mississippi River, it'd rain and stuff, and it'd overflow. So they built the levee back in the 20s.
Okay.
And so it's talking about when they flooded part of this Mississippi Valley, people lost their homes and lost everyone when they was going to like electrify everything down there. So they did that. And there's Memphis Minnie actually wrote that song. Yeah, there's another song that the Allman Brothers did called Statesboro Blues, but the guy that actually did that was Blind Willie McTell. And
one of my favorite. I love Statesboro.
Well, you know the way Willie McTell. Well, wake up, mama, turn your lamp down low. Wake up, mama, Lord, turn your lamp down low. You got the strength, baby girl, right Papa McTell from your door. Well, I woke up in the morning, Lord, I had the Statesboro. Well, I woke up this morning, Lord, I had down Statesboro Blues. Looked over in the corner, Lord, Grandma and Grandpa had them too. Mama died and left me, Papa died and left me. Well, I ain't good looking, baby, but I'm some sweet woman's child on the country. Hey, mama. Here we go now. Play it now, boy. That's how he played it. Yeah. Well, my mama had it, my sister had it, my daddy had it. Lord, I think I got it. I woke up this morning, Lord, I had down Statesboro Blues. I looked over in the corner, Lord, Grandma and Grandpa had them too. Now, see, that's old school. Well, a lot of people, they hear that and they say, well, that's not blues. Actually, that's a form of Piedmont blues.
Piedmont. What is that?
Piedmont blues is that style of picking. So if you're playing, you know, you got Delta blues is like.
To me, that's the blues.
That's the blues.
Yeah.
Piedmont blues is something like if they would go.
Jazz it up a little bit. Okay.
That's a Piedmont. That's a Piedmont style, like a ragtime.
Right.
That was Piedmont. So places like Alabama and different ones like that, they play stuff like that. But like when the Allman Brothers got it, they well, ain't up now, turn your lamp down low. Well, wake up, pretty mama, turn your lamp down low. You got the strength, baby girl, to drive Papa John from your door. Well, my mama died and left me reckless. Papa died and left me wild. I ain't good looking, baby, but I'm some sweet mama's town I'm going. Hey, mama, don't you want to go? Well, if you can't make it out, your sister Lucille says she'll go. And that's the way they did that.
Okay.
So it's the same song,
right?
Different beats. So a lot of these, when they said the Allman Brothers, that was their version of Statesboro Blues, but actually Blind Willie McTell wrote the Statesboro Blues.
So Elizabeth Reed is one of those songs too that they've taken and done a few things.
What's the name of the
Elizabeth
song?
Reed,
Now
the Allman Brothers.
Oh yeah. What was that one that I think it was Marshall Tucker? It was
Take to the Highway.
I don't even know the first lyrics to it, but it was something about getting on a freight train all the way to Georgia. Can't you see?
Can't you see?
I don't know the first words to that.
Yeah, that's one of my karaoke songs. I'm not going to do it on the air.
Yeah, you should do the karaoke. You should do the karaoke.
I haven't sung. I haven't had enough to drink yet. I couldn't do that.
Well, you know, House of the Rising Sun, the Animals did it over 50 years ago. They did it in one take, but it was actually a song from the turn of the century. And it goes, there is a house from New Orleans and called the Rising Sun, and it's been the roof of many poor boy who God. Well, I know I'm one. Look up Doc Watson.
Okay.
And they've even done faster versions, and then the Animals come in. And I personally like the Animals version better, but it's actually a lot of these songs, they'll go back and they're in public domain.
Right.
So that means they don't have to pay any royalties. And they'll go get a song like that. They can change the lyrics to it a little bit or whatever and kind of make it their version of something. But the House of Rising Sun is like public domain when you do a song like that.
Right.
Because it was written like forever ago, you know, any of that stuff.
Yeah. Okay. You're just the consummate blues guitarist.
Well, I don't know if it's a consummate, but I
Yeah.
don't even know what it is, but I like playing.
One of the best. One of the best. And you're here on my show every Wednesday at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
With Little John.
Check this out, guys. Check this out. If you can see me, go and like my page, Johnny Riley Music. I only have 200 or 300 people that like it, and I don't know. I'm having to take out Facebook ads or whatever, but I'm still here. I am the Texas Bluesman. I'm still out here, and I'm still doing things. So check out my website, Johnny Riley music.us. I think it's Johnny Riley music.us, or it's johnnyriley.us. www.johnnyriley.us. If you put Johnny Riley Music, it'll automatically take you there. Okay. And you guys can buy merchandise, you can download songs, you can listen to songs. It's on there, but I want to tell everybody about that. Got some things working. Hopefully they'll be coming up in November.
You're going to be here at the Catfish Festival coming up.
Yeah, I'm going to be there. I remember that I'm going to be the 5th and 6th of October and the 7th. I'm going to be in Mississippi playing, going to be on the road. And then the next week I'm coming home for a couple of days, and then I'm leaving again. I'm going to be in Columbus, Georgia for 2 or 3 days.
Wow.
And then I'm leaving Columbus, Georgia, and I'm coming back on the 13th, and I'm going to play the Catfish Festival here on the 14th. So I'm going to be a tired puppy.
Yeah, you are.
To come in and play. But if you've heard me acoustically, you've heard me, you like what you hear, great. But you really haven't heard me unless you hear me with my band.
That is darn right.
Because my band really can play. And I give a shout out. I'm trying to remember from the Cadillac Blues guys. I really, really enjoyed somebody's trying to call me from 207-2023 in Conroe, Texas, and I have no idea who that is.
I don't know either.
I don't either. They can leave a message. I'm on the air. So working some deals. Let me get back to what I was thinking about. Hard Rock Cafe.
Okay.
Got some stuff working with hopefully with the Hard Rock Cafe in Tennessee. Waiting for that to come through. Got some more things working. I also believe Margie had said something about the winery, and I'm trying to think of the winery.
Bernhard
Winery. I played there many, many times,
okay.
And so that may come to fruition. They also have me booked.
Dave Irvine. I had just got some. Dennis said Dave Irvine was the guy's name from Cadillac Blues Band.
Yeah, well, Dave Irvine's my buddy.
Yeah,
and Dave is from the Hollywood Star Room. If I'm not sure, yes. I think that's Dave Irvine. Yeah. David is a great guy. He is booking us. His place is already sold out for Jimmy Mays next year for May. And he's booking us, and he's going to really, really start getting on it in the middle of September of next month. So I'm glad that he's watching. Hello, David.
Yeah.
And hello, everybody. I'm trying to think. He's working on some things on that end. And so we're excited about going. So I've just got, I think December the 29th, my band is booked at the Red Brick Tavern.
Man, I'm going. There's no
Well,
doubt
you know
about
what? I want to know because I told him, I said, they do realize that's New Year's Eve weekend.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, aren't we supposed to get paid double on New Year's?
You're supposed to, aren't you?
On New Year's, you're supposed to make some money. I don't know if they're selling tickets or what they're doing. So
yeah, you need to get double on that. I mean, that's isn't it in the union written rule?
Well, there is union stuff. But what I want to know is this. I don't know this because actual New Year's is not till Monday or Tuesday. But I'm like, well, they're going to do New Year's parties that way. So anyway, we're supposed to be there. We're booked for the Red Brick Tavern, the 29th of December.
Cool.
And David just sent you that on Facebook, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. David, tell him don't eat pork chops.
There you go. So, oh, very cool. And then you'll be here every Wednesday if you're not out running around doing your gigs and out.
Right, I'll be here every Wednesday at 5.
Sponsors, if you want to sponsor this hour, please, by all means, go to my Facebook page and call the station 936-647-3776 and sponsor us. Have some fun with
the
it.
Cadillac Blues Band, though, the guy that plays the saxophone is incredible.
Yeah.
We were down there at the corner pub, and I've heard Dennis had some problems with the corner pub.
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
And I've heard there's all kind of problems going on.
All kinds of problems over there, yeah.
So anyway, he played with me there one night and just sat in, and I didn't even know him to sit down. And I remember when we did Turn the Page by Bob Seger, he played the intro perfect. And I'm like, holy moly, who is this guy?
And he just sat down in his GPS uniform.
Yeah, that's what was. I'm like, he's a GPS driver, and I'm like, dude, this guy needs a break in the biz, man. He's a really good saxophone player. I mean, saxophones, like you're really, really good or you suck, but he's great. So
yeah, Cadillac Blues Band, and we have a little party coming up that you're going to be playing at.
Yes, on August the 19th.
Yes.
We got a private party coming. I think we've got some stuff going on, and I'm going to be playing for some stuff on that day. I think that's on a Sunday, hopefully, and hopefully we'll have a lot of food there. I've been losing. I'm still losing. I was 328. I'm 304 this morning.
Congratulations, Johnny.
I've been pissed for a month. No, I'm playing.
Good. Yeah,
like, how are you losing weight? I'm like, you don't eat. That's how you lose weight.
Doesn't work that way.
I was like, oh, jeez.
You got to exercise? Is that what you mean?
Actually, I am. I've been swimming every morning. I look like
it's good for you, man.
Man, I look like a manatee out there, man. I'm extremely buoyant. You couldn't sink me if you tried. You have to tie something on me because I can literally just. My son has an in-ground pool. I'm on the other end of the deep end, and I'm just sitting there. I'm not even hardly moving, and I'm floating. I'm like, man, muscle weighs more than chub, so I guess that I need to get some more muscle. So
that floats.
It does float. Don't tell me that, Rick. Jesus.
I'm sorry, my friend.
I don't want to go to the fat kid store.
Or the fat kid camp.
Or the fat kid camps. Yeah, you go to the fat kid. There's one time in fat kid camp.
Oh man, that's so very cool. So let me go and give a little weather and a little traffic while you play your little gig here, and then we'll come right back to it.
Awesome.
Our weather: 94 degrees, 34 Celsius, 106 is supposed to what it feels like. Overnight low going to be 75, and tomorrow high of 96, low of 75. And now traffic in the Greater Montgomery County area. 1488 at Carriage Hills and northbound and southbound.
Lord, I'm
right
sweating.
there. It's really bad. Other than that, no other issues, no other accidents, nothing's going on that I can see. 1488 Carriage Hills, but naturally, that's what happens. And we are back with Hanging with Little John, Johnny Riley, and we do this every Wednesday at 5 o'clock. If you have any questions, go over to my Facebook page, Afternoons with Lone Star. Like it, follow it, and ask Johnny a question. Or hey, you can even ask him to play something. You know, you never know.
I got stones in my pathway. Lord, my road is dark as night. I got stones in my pathway. Lord, my road is dark as night. I got a pain in my heart. Ooh, Lord, it's taking my sight. I got a bird whistle, and I have a bird to sing. I got me a bird whistle, and I have a bird to sing. Got a woman I've been living on. Ooh, Lord, she don't mean a thing. I got 3 days of travel. Mama, please don't block my road. I got 3 days of travel. Mama, please don't block my road. Lord, I'm booked in the morning. Well, booked and bound to go.
Johnny Riley.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, brother.
Hanging with Little John.
Just hanging down, playing, picking some blues, and having a good time.
Having a good time. Don't want to miss his show at Main Street Crossing. Go get your tickets now. Otherwise, there won't be a show. So go to Main Street Crossing. Get your tickets. Just go to his Facebook page.
You can go to my Facebook page. It's on there. You can go to Main Street Crossing's website. Look on their calendar for events coming up. Go to September the 10th. It's a short show, too. I know it's on a Monday night, but it's like from 7 o'clock till 9.
Family friendly. Bring your kids. Great food. All kinds of fantastic. Your whole band is going to be there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody but the piano player, but I can only afford 2 of them, so I've got to get that. My piano player, I would love to get some good stuff to be able to bring my piano player in. He is like the boogie king. Of course, Cadillac Blues fella, you're welcome always to show up.
David.
And David, you're welcome to show up and play anytime you want to with me, my friend. He is excellent. And my name is Johnny Riley, and I approve this message.
There you go. So. And you can get his music. You can go to Spotify. You can go to Google. You can go to Amazon. You can go anywhere to get his music and everywhere. And you have something on YouTube that Misty had put out there. No Letter Blues, acoustic version of that.
Yeah, that was actually done back, I think, in 2014. And it's a really cool video because it's like me talking and doing some things like a promo type of thing.
Right.
There's also a live No Letter Blues where we played in Morgan Freeman's club in Clarksville, Mississippi called Ground Zero.
Right. Man.
That's a really cool place. They also have great food there, too.
Man, you go to a lot of places with good food.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. If you go to a restaurant and you don't see police officers or fat guys walking out of there or EMTs or anything, leave. If you see a bunch of skinny people coming out, look like they're pissed, don't go in there.
Yeah, go.
Go where the police eat. That's where the good food is.
Oh, yes,
and
it
I
is.
am pro cop, baby.
Yes, it is. Well, great pictures you have on your Facebook site. You had professional. Oh my gosh, this cameraman, photographer.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
That was pretty cool. He was he knew exactly what he was doing. He was telling me what to do, where to go, how to stand, and he was looking at light and doing all kind. I can't. He's amazing. He's an artist. I have his card in my deal. I cannot.
Okay.
Margie knows the name. She's probably going to text it to me.
Yeah, she will.
It's Dave. I believe his name is Dave. He's a good guy. I've had so much stuff going on this week. I think my memory. I need something for my memory to remember. But I give him an album. He did a great job, and he's actually done photos of famous people. In fact, I did one photo in a chair. And everybody has sat in that chair. That's like real famous people will sit in that chair because he did a chair shot one day and he just like off the cuff went and got a chair out of a dumpster, this old chair, and he's carried it with him every
shoot he's done.
Yeah, he's always got it. And so I sat in the chair, but I didn't always sit in the chair. I'm like, dude, I don't want to break this guy's chair. I just sit down. So I had to look cool. And so I looked like I was sitting, but I was in the iron horse position. Ugh.
Oh,
with the legs kind of, hey, I'm sitting in the chair. But he's a great guy. He's actually shot stuff for CMT magazine, Country Music magazine, I think. And he did it out of the goodness of his heart. I really appreciate him. Margie has not sent me the full name. It's in my wallet. I've got his card. But I met him. I'm bad on names, Rick. I met him.
You know mine. That's all I care about.
Yeah, Margie. Who doesn't know Margie? Everybody knows Margie. Oh, well, guess what? I'm going to do a thing. I didn't tell you about this. In October, I'll have to look at my calendar real quick. But it's going to be at a public library here, the Montgomery County Public Library. Let me just look real quick. And I believe it is in October.
Willis.
Yeah, it's on October. It's on a Thursday, October the 18th. I'm going to be in Willis at it's RF Meador Library, Willis, 709 West Montgomery, and I'm going to be there doing not only a blues lecture on the types of blues and different, but I'm also going to be doing like a mini concert, and it starts at 7, and I believe it's over at 8 or 8:30, something like that. But I got another deal coming up. That is on October the 23rd. It's the Montgomery County Library Conroe, and it's in the big meeting room.
Okay.
And it's free to the public. It's October the 23rd, 2018, and it starts at 6 o'clock and goes from 6 to 7:30. So it's for an hour and a half. But if you want to know about the history of blues and the different styles of blues, I'm your guy.
Yes, you are.
I'm that nerd guy that does that. And then I'm going to demonstrate several different types of picking. And then I'm going to play some stuff. I'll also have CDs available there if you'd like to pick up a CD of mine. And so I'm really honored about that because my wife's a school teacher. And every year there's the teacher goes and one of the teachers, it's her friends, Lydia Dawkins, has her class right on blues. She loves the blues. Well, they come and have me kind of live like an hour class, and basically the kids have to write songs. And it's funny because you get kids and they think the blues is da 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 da. My dog left, he never came home, and I'm going to kill myself. And it's not that at all. But I give a little class and then I play for them. And I started doing that just, I'm actually getting paid for this too, which is great because normally I go to schools or something like that. If they call me, I'll just go because my wife works there, and so that's why I do it. Sure. That's why, because if mom ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. No, man, that's why I do that. So
cool. That is neat.
Yeah, it is. We're gonna have a good time, man. I'm trying to think. Maybe I didn't. Anyway,
that's coming up. You've got this gig at the library. That's fantastic in Montgomery County, right down the road here, actually.
Yeah, it's Montgomery County Library. I'm going to be there, and then I'm going to be at the Meador Library in Willis, Texas, I believe it is, and going to be there. And I think it's from like 7 to 8:30 or something like that. This is from 6 to 7:30. So, but we're going to have a great time, and it's free to the public. So you guys come out if you want to get some education, bring your kids. And they're actually reading a book. on this. That's why they wanted me to come. It's about East Texas, and it's about and part of this book. I'm trying to look and see which one. I didn't even think I was going to talk about this today. I just remembered it. Part of this book, I have not got a chance to look at it yet, but they sent it to me, and I'm sitting here looking at this. This is Laura's at the Meadery Library. Okay, I'm sitting here. Let me see.
Dave Irvine says hi.
Hey, Dave, how you doing, brother? I love you like a fat kid loves cake, like real chocolate cake, David.
No chocolate, man, with chocolate icing.
Yes, with chocolate icing. Have mercy. I'm sitting here looking for it's a book, and I'm trying to see which will she send me. It's an email directly from her, the lady, and she sent, and it's about East Texas, and it's about the blues, and these kids are reading this book, and she sent me a deal where I could take and to look at it.
Okay.
And so that's why they're talking about the blues and doing some things like that.
That's cool.
I'm sitting there looking, it's like Margie, Misty, Margie, Johnny, Margie.
Margie.
Let me tell you something. Margie's one of the greatest PR people I've ever worked with.
She is.
So she's really, really good. If you're listening, Margie, you're the greatest. I'm sitting there going, hold date, Seth Hill. I can't find it right now. If I can, if later on, if I see it or everything, I'll text it to you. But it's a book. They're going to read a book, and of course, it's all the way in October. I've been so busy because all this bookings and all this stuff, you have to be on the phone a lot.
Okay.
So, and if you have an agency, it's a little bit easier to book. But Misty's working on some stuff, I believe, in Tennessee and Austin and Dallas and places like that. So I think she's working on some different things. I can't keep up with her. I'm just like, let me know when and just send me the contract. But I've been on the phone for Jimmy Mays a lot, been calling, and I know David's going to start booking us and doing stuff. And I think he's going to try to book us. If you're watching me, hi, Dave. I can turn away from the camera. He's going to book us in the U.S. some.
Right.
Also.
Okay.
So anybody want to donate a tour bus, we will take it, especially if it's a good one.
There you go.
So I mean, they only started, well, there's that's actually cheap. I looked one up the other day, and it's like so nice, and they said, oh no, we just want like $1 million for it.
No,
I'm like, is there people that can just buy one of those really? It's like, wow.
A lot of people.
Yeah, I was just like, man, that's really, really cool. And then I found out a lot of these companies lease these buses like that for their clients, and they just pay a lease deal. And they go, well, they get it for free. I'm like, no, they work the ever-living bejesus out of the artist. They're out there they pay for that bus one way or the other.
It's called a barter, and then you got to pay.
You got to work. You got to sell. You got to sell your soul for rock and roll, baby.
Mm-hmm. That's what I've heard.
That's what they say. I've heard them say, well, the devil will offer you all the money you want. I said, never's offered me any money. So,
yes, well, okay, I got that. Dave D. Sachs says hi. And I've already said Dave says hi.
Yeah,
quite a few times, and everybody's, "Well, Dave, no, okay." Dave Irvine, say hi. Yeah, that's it. And Misty's up for the consideration for Austin City Limits recording.
Oh yeah. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, way to go. That actually they wanted a deal. They requested a packet from me, a physical promo packet. So we did extra. Her idea was I sent them a T-shirt, a picture, and a CD, a brand new album, and the letter that they wanted. And they've already got a video or whatever. So if everything works out okay and the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, Johnny Riley will have him and his band on Austin City Limits.
That show, dude.
And I'm like, take that, haters, take that.
Yes, indeed.
And your mother thought I'd never amount to anything. So
the name of the book is Bluebird.
That's it, Bluebird.
Bluebird.
That's the name of the book. Who told you that?
Dave Irvine. It says Alicia Locke is the writer's name.
Bluebird. And they sent me a deal to look that up where I could read that. Now this is Dave Irvine from Canada.
No, Dave Irvine from Blues, the Cadillac Blues Band.
Okay, now you know what? David from Canada. I think his nice name is Ibany.
Ibany, yeah, it's different.
It is. I was like, oh my God, wait a minute. Okay, yeah,
confusion.
Yeah, it was confusion. Yes, Bluebird, and they're going to be reading this book and everything, and so they wanted something to some live stuff to go with it and to put on a show. So I will be in all my blues attire that day.
Oh, how cool!
And so, if you have a chance, there, Mr. Rick, you and your lovely bride.
We plan on it.
Rick's got a beautiful wife.
Oh,
Undoubtedly, Rick's got a lot of money or a whole lot of game.
I got game, dude.
He must have game. I'm telling you, because I was like, really? She married you? Really?
Yeah, it's amazing. I talked her into it.
You talked her into
I
it.
talked her into it. I've got to give the gal.
Yeah, you know how to.
So life testimonials.
Yeah. 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 She's cool. She likes top hats too. She liked my top hat when I wear it, and she has a top hat.
Yeah.
I seen that she had a top hat. One of these days, Rick's going to re-invite me to his house for barbecue.
Right, because it's going to happen. I'd say next Wednesday. No, it's got to be done.
Well, let me tell you something.
Ooh.
I was invited to a barbecue in Alaska one time, and I was in the military there. True story. I'm thinking, I'm from Texas. We know what barbecue is.
Oh, yeah.
Beef is king. I mean, I know what brisket and ribs and all this. Well, in certain parts of the South, you ask for a sliced beef sandwich, they look like you just like spit on the Virgin Mary or something. It's all pig.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm thinking, okay, yeah, it's all pork. So whole hog and all this other stuff. I literally got a sandwich at South one time. They made me go to the side window to pick it up. I'm not lying. That was in Coffeyville, Mississippi. The guy looked at me like I was ordering crack. And I'm like, do you have slice? Well, we have it, but you have to get it over here. I was like, okay. Well, when I was in the military, they said, hey, would you like to come over for a barbecue? In my East Texas brain, I'm thinking tater salad, baked beans. I'm thinking
an 8-hour brisket, 12-hour brisket.
Yeah, brisket and barbecue chicken and all this. And we got over there and they had burgers and hot dogs and chips and guacamole and said, welcome to the barbecue. And I was in total culture shock.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, where's the barbecue? This is the barbecue. And they had no idea, because barbecue is slow and low and grilling is hot and fast. And I'm like, had charcoal with some hot dogs on it. I was just like looking around. So we had hot dogs and hamburgers, and they called it barbecue.
Yeah.
You could put a cat in the oven that make it a biscuit, and you can call it barbecue. And I was just like, I wouldn't call it barbecue.
No,
my ancestors would come up out of the grave and get me if I did.
Yeah, you may have cooked it on what they call a barbecue, but it's a grill.
I really did think, I'm like, a barbecue. Yeah, man, I haven't barbecue in a while. We were up in Alaska, and it gets 50 below zero up there. We went over, and they have like cold beer and hot dogs and potato chips, and I'm looking around and I'm confused.
Mm-hmm.
And they go, you must be from the South. When I said, how did you know? When I opened my mouth.
Oh no.
what gave me away?
That's funny. Oh God, that's funny.
Well, Dave, let me tell you something, brother. If you're listening, you're welcome to come play with me anytime. Love your saxophone playing. I love what you do. Appreciate what you did. It's good stuff. Real good stuff.
Cool. We've got 4 more minutes.
It's time.
Yeah, it went the whole hour.
Man,
it went fast.
I've been trying to tell everybody, please go get your tickets. There's people that say, when are you going to play in this area? When are you going to play in this area? And then I'm saying, well, in certain areas you can go play, but you have to sell so many tickets in order to do that venue. Right. Well, I'm not, Billy Joe Royal or anybody like that. I am a Texas musician, and some people know who I am. But if you want to get turned on to some really, really original good stuff, you come on September the 10th. And I think you're coming, aren't you, Dave?
Yeah. Now, Dave is coming, yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking, and I think that, Rick, you're coming, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
My
man.
wife and I are coming. That's Main Street Crossing.thundertix.com/events/1344483. Get the link on his website or on his Facebook page, Johnny Riley.
It'll take you right to it.
It will, and I'll put the link onto my Facebook site, and we'll get it out there. We'll sell the tickets because you need to buy them before we can get you in.
Yeah, we want you to come. We want you to have dinner and bring your kids. That's what I liked about the Main Street Crossing. You can actually bring children. Yeah. Because some places I played before, you can't bring kids. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, in a bar.
Well, I'm like, maybe they shouldn't allow me because I'm kind of feeble-minded. To a point. I'm kind of childlike to a point.
To a point.
The man-child.
Yeah. But then he grows up and puts the guitar around his neck.
I actually tell people that when it's like there's like a me that my wife knows and my grandchildren know, and then there's a me when I get on stage and my wife will give me this, I can't believe you did that, or you made that face, or you did this, and I'm like, I get off into that Stevie Ray Vaughan said he always felt something played through him, and I feel the same way. I mean, I feel like I'm hooked into the spirit world. When I start playing blues, man, it's just like
Something takes over.
yeah, man, it's electrifying, brother. It's like no place I'd rather be than on stage playing really, really good music and making people happy.
That's it. Taking them away on their problems because everybody's got them.
Everybody, believe me, brother. If you do have the problems I had this week, I'm lucky to even be here. Thank God I am. It's like 1 minute I'm praying, the next minute I'm cussing, and I'm going, oh God, forgive me a cussing, and then I cuss again. So I'm like, oh wow. You know, St. Paul said something about that.
Okay.
St. Paul said the things I really, really should do and want to do, I end up not doing them. I do the things I don't want to do. And I'm thinking, well, if Paul had problems, I think I'm going to be okay then, because he had problems and he was like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He wrote most of the New Testament. So I'm like, yeah, 1 minute I'm fine. And I said that in church one time. How many people cuss? And like 2 people would raise their hand. And I'm like, so the rest of you are going to lie? Like I did last week. Or because if you don't think you don't think I can watch somebody talk on the newscast and not go off, my dogs look at me like, why is Daddy screaming? You know, my doctor told me to cut it off. It shoots my blood pressure up. So
I know.
We all got problems.
Basketball, I yell at the referees. You know, it's what happens.
Oh yeah, I refuse to watch the NFL. I'm not kneeling for anything. I stand for the flag. If people don't like it, I don't even care. I understand protest or whatever, but I think that's just crazy because, man, it's like, come on, dude. And so I said, I watch college unless they start acting stupid again, because to me, it's like, just play the game. You know,
it's a cool game. I mean, you're not above it. You are really not above it.
No, man, you're getting paid millions of dollars. Don't tell me you feel like you're enslaved when you make $14 million a year. I'm like, cry me a river, dude. I've never seen $14 million. Really?
Yeah.
You know, and I only get paid if Rick sells.
That's right.
So you need to buy some stuff from Rick.
That's right.
Because my little kids hadn't eaten a week.
Man, they need to eat.
Look at somebody said you're eating it all up from. Give it here, mine.
No, you can't have any. Okay, so you want to play us out? One more song there, Mr. Riley. What have you got?
We'll do this for Jimmy Mays.
Okay. Ooh.
I'm going up. I'm going down. Going up downtown, mama. Any way you want, I got to go. Yeah. You got me doing what you want, baby, what you want me to do. Going up, going down. I'm going up downtown. Well, anyway you want, I got to go. Well, yeah, Lord have mercy. You got me doing what you want, baby, what you want me to do. Yes, sir.
Johnny Riley.
Thank you.
Man, hanging with Little John. We do this every Wednesday at 5 o'clock. Facebook feed, a YouTube feed. We've got it all going on.
That's awesome, dude. The only thing we don't ever need to do in here, and that's puppets, because if we start doing puppets, I'll jump off a bridge.
Yeah, we're done.
Kukla, Fran, and Ollie.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, who was that?
Hey, Kukla.
Lewis was her name. Sherry Lewis was the ventriloquist.
You remember Kukla, Fran, and Ollie? And do you remember Captain Kangaroo? You know that guy was actually a World War II hero. Do you know that?
Is that right?
Yes. And Lee Marvin, he was a Marine, was a World War II hero too. But I remember Mr. Green Jeans and the moose and the rabbit and
the ping pong balls.
Oh yeah, every day. That was great.
Good ones.
Great. Good
so
stuff.
We'll see you next week, right? You're going to be here?
I will be here with Ben. If the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, Johnny Ryder will be here next Wednesday. You guys say a prayer for me. I need it this week. You have no idea. I need prayer. Man.
Yes, he does. Say them for everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah, and your wife. And your whole family, everybody. They all need it. So thank you, John. I appreciate it. Little John, next week, 5 o'clock, YouTube and Facebook. We're out.
Oh!
Okay.
like that when it's just me and you.